Today, it's probably the best meal in history. Stafford. It's not just a trap that catches a 99-pound deer, but also 8 roasted deer thighs in the wild. There's also crispy barbecue skewers, drinking rice balls in a single room. We even enjoyed dinner by the candles. Life in the forest is better than a vacation. I went to the Hadjita Mountains in Romania. It's called the wilderness, the last of Europe. It's not just rugged mountains, cold climate. It's also home to ferocious bears. Program organization. It cost $10 billion to rent a nuclear helicopter. Take me to the challenge. Review. To the fact that the night temperature here will drop below 0 to prevent little Jun from freezing. You broke the rules wearing a pair of shorts. Also, do not bring any tools. Eyes that often survive. Out in nature, we all know that the most important thing is to find water. There's no map, there's no compass. After looking around simply, I decided to go into the valley. The chances of finding water there are higher, but not too far. The sky has begun to cloud. The next second there was lightning. Watch out, a heavy rain is about to fall. That's a bad start. I haven't started building shelters yet. If unfortunately, his thick black hair is ruined when it gets wet, I decided to give up looking for water and move to shelter. There's a pine tree nearby. He broke the branches on the sides of the tree, and then you put a layer of leaves on top of it. It's a simple shelter. It will be very cold on the ground, so I found some moss nearby to dry as a bed. Keep busy until the evening. Now you're showing mild signs of dehydration, ironically. At that time it was raining again. But you don't have a container for water. We went into a small tent for tomorrow. I can't believe the temperature dropped at night. You've been pushing for 3 hours. I just got through my miserable first night. Then I swore that. Today, we've got to find a water source and build a shelter. Take your luggage down the mountain. On the way, discovered in the bush there are many fruits. Blueberries. Picked a few fruits to taste sweet and sour. Go a few hundred steps. I finally heard the stream rustling. Moving scene camera. A small stream quietly flows not far. The water is so clean that it doesn't need to be filtered or boiled. Bend down to drink directly to ensure the absorption of beneficial bacteria. After solving the most pressing problem is water, I'm planning to build a shelter near the stream. I collected 10 pieces of wood and built it into a 3-foot stand, and finally covered the gap with leaves. It's a shelter. It can't stay, but it's done. To avoid visiting neighbors at night. Next is the fire. While collecting 10 sticks, he found a bird's nest in a tree. Back to camp, I made another base. To increase the success rate, he even applied sap to his hands to increase friction. Everything is ready. Our sow lighter is back in his old job. It's been rubbing for over 2 hours. As the fire nears, the smoke begins to rise. But I don't know if the bird's nest is too moist. The fire that didn't burn was extinguished. It is often said that 7 failures are successful. I decided to try again. I saw the fire start to smoke. And 7 more defeats. Makes me so angry that I turn on my curse. I swear, but I really don't want to sleep on the cold. I decided to do it one last time. He's a master of fire. This time it's easy to ignite a blazing fire, just when you're about to scream. God is joking again. The fire had not burned for 2 seconds and was extinguished. I'm starting to regret not drying it. A fire before building a shelter. To the 3rd day, all night I thought about the fire. So early in the morning I gathered a pile of hay. Bring out the sun. Because it was spent before. Too much energy to light a fire. Now I really need protein. On the way to find a butterfly. So hungry that his eyes lit up. Put it in your mouth without washing it. The poor butterfly, before the reaction has turned into calories. Keep looking in the grass. He discovered a plant called the wild queen. This plant's roots contain a lot of starch. It tastes a little carrot. Eating too much can cause diarrhea. But now there's no choice. Before I leave, I'll take some with me. After a little more energy, I'm going to start the fire again. This time unbelievably smooth. I'm so excited. He then left the fire in front of the tent. The quality of life is immediately elevated. He quickly took the emperor to roast to celebrate, even though it's a bit bitter. But at least they're low in calories. Do not notice. I ate a little too much and soon my stomach hurt. I was collecting wood and had to go out 3 times. It's a bad thing. Fortunately, on Wednesday, I noticed that animals appeared. Immediately prepare to set a holy trap to try. Fortunately, there are animals that are not careful. I will be held by your trap. While waiting for their prey out of the net, I went to the open ground to catch some small animals. There's a lot of locusts here. I caught a breath. Year 6 kids, bring back to camp deep into the barbecue skewers on fire until the fat is rustling. Bite a crispy piece that tastes like chicken. To coordinate with the delicious barbecue, I decided to make a cup of tea. There is no suitable water container. I made 8 of Sam's bark and used tree branches and charcoal. Seal the slots to resist water baskets. Soon, a small 8 pieces of finely crafted finished. He filled it with fresh spring water from the small stream. Drop it on the red stones. When the water boils, you put wild thorns on the island. So the wild hemp tea is ready. Take a sip of land's refreshing taste. It's surprisingly delicious. I'm happy to enjoy. The next morning I woke up to my own beauty. It's time to check the trap. The remote has seen the trap activated. Looking closely, I was surprised. Inside is a small deer. He laughed like a 40-year-old. Picked up the stick slowly and knocked a blow to the end of the deer. I was so excited to take the deer back to camp. Because this area has brown bears, to avoid bringing the bear back, he carried the deer's body to the land a few hundred meters from the wind. No suitable cutting tools. I'm looking for a piece of fragile quartz. Smash it against ordinary stone to make a sharp blade for a knife. The first step is to remove the entire skin and cut the meat into pieces. I've been busy all day hungry. Bake the liver first to get strength. The rest is the old way. Digging a hole in the ground for an oven. First, put the red stone in the hole. Put the deer's legs on top. Cover it with a layer of moisture and then cover it with sand. Delicious food out oven. Check back in 3 hours. I just opened the oven. The smell is so strong. Proves that the grilled deer leg is extremely successful. Early the next morning, I can't help it, and hugged a deer leg to enjoy. The meat is strong but not tough. Outside brittle and soft. Even better than Michelin chefs cook. The rest of the meat, it's not wasted. I put it in the sun and made it into a jacket. The deer skin is warm and comfortable to wear. In the following days, I sit by a fire every day cutting deer meat, living unspeakable leisurely days. But I feel, life today is not delicate enough. I have to leave this place tomorrow. So I want to have a nice dinner. Before leaving, the more he swept the grass to pick up insects, fried, and pick some blueberries and sour the soil in the bushes. I went back to camp and made 2 candles, with pine branches and birch bark. When the night falls, I started enjoying dinner by the candles, appetizer with tamarind for export, and spread blueberry jam all over the deer's thighs. Take a bite to feel great. Every time you chew it, it awakens your taste buds. The next day was the end of the challenge. I packed my luggage. Goodbye to the tent. Small and completed the challenge this time smoothly. For protein supplements, hungry experts are targeting dung bugs this time. Just ate fresh and juicy lobster skewers. Just chewed crispy grilled crab outside, soft inside. And drink carp soup, nourishing beautiful skin. I don't know if I thought you were on vacation. This time I went to an equatorial island in Borneo Island, where there's more than 1 million kilometers of primeval rainforest. Before starting the challenge, I've asked some of the indigenous people in the tribe to learn the survival experience. To show respect, this time I'm still wearing shorts to the challenge. Then, he was taken to a high land in the forest. As usual, I checked the equipment in front of me. Off-camera audience and emergency first aid kit. You didn't bring food. Without any equipment. Even so confident that they don't wear their hair. This time the mission is to survive. 10 days in the forest with a temperature of nearly 40 degrees. Everyone who has seen you knows. It's the most important thing in wilderness survival, is to find water. With keen intuition, no less than intuition. The 6th rank of women. You choose a dark path to go down. But the ground is full of thorns. It makes you miserable. Fortunately, it didn't take long. I noticed that the mosquitoes started to multiply. This is a good sign, because mosquitoes only breed near water sources. Of course. A few steps further, he discovered a pool of clear water. The water is yellow, but you can drink it directly. But because it's in the wilderness, I decided to find running water. Keep moving forward. I finally heard the water rustling. When I got closer, I saw that it was a small stream. It's getting dark now, less than 2 hours. In a hurry, you have to quickly build a shelter. Or I'll wear it to the animals tonight. Do whatever you want here. So he found a big tree nearby. They're going to build a temporary shelter. I didn't expect it while cleaning. On the ground, I found an ant nest. I have to find somewhere else. He's looking for a place with palm leaves, and then choose a mature sapling to frame it. I'm going to build a dome shelter. After the construction is completed, fiber frame he uses Leo rope to fix it. And finally covered the roof with palm leaves. Less than 2 hours. A place that you've done very finely. When it's done, it's dark. Hurry to drink water for rent. I can't help but make a strange, horrible sound. So we're on day 2. It wasn't even light before he woke up. Not sleeping well all night. The mosquitoes here have never sucked blood before, burned all over him. It looks like we're going to have a fire today. While out looking for ingredients, he discovered an abandoned Special Forces barracks. I found a lot of useful stuff there. Using the camp iron plate to make a drill, tied the rope to the crooked tree to create rotational motion. Everything is ready. He began his life's work. But because the rainforest is so humid, even a full-force slope can't create a spark. He's exhausted and he's got leg injuries and sores. If not handled well, I can make this challenge end soon. To boost the immune system, he decided to give up the fire first. Turn to protein supplements. This is the sap of a sorghum tree, local specialty spices. It tastes quite good. After eating, aim for the palm tree. Its core is rich in carbohydrate. Eat crispy and sweet, lots of water. Not only that, he also found an insect in it. You don't need to clean it, you put it in your mouth. Amount of protein per unit. It is several times higher than beef. It's a rare delicacy. After adding some energy, he went back to try the fire again. This time I finally made a spark, but God doesn't like people. The wood is too moist to ignite. It seems like it's impossible to start a fire today. 7 consecutive defeats. It sent his mood to the bottom. To get out of this negative mood, he had to find something to do. He washed his face first and cut the plastic bottle in half, picked up and built into a simple fishing device, and then use ants as bait and drop them into the river. I want to see if I can catch a fish. Come back to check the traps in the evening. I can't believe there's actually a harvest inside. Not only that, he also found an old trap next to him. I'm guessing this is a military training ground. There's some crayfish rotting inside. There is no fire, so you can only eat. Bite a crispy piece that tastes like chicken. You eat forever, to get a good night's sleep. At night, he fills himself with palm leaves. I woke up the next morning feeling good. Prepare for your 3rd survival. I didn't expect to use too much force to break the rope. Almost lost his life. He was so upset that he almost collapsed. To regain a sense of accomplishment, he decided to expand the shelter and tie it with Leo's string to double the size of the shelter. The spirit also improved significantly, so he decided to go for a 4th survival. But the rope we picked up was just a little bit, this time only allowed to succeed. Frantic friction, until raw sparks and burns into the nest of fire. Blown with breath 1982. A small flame immediately ignited. Firestar Army successfully ignited the fire. I'm overjoyed to see the orange flame dance. Quickly make a cup of ginger tea to reward yourself. Drink to the heart. The warmth of the heart stimulates the taste buds. Evening to grill some crab for dinner. Bite a piece of crispy melt. How many times better than beef? Looking back at the 4 factors of survival, there's just a lack of food. Woke up the next morning. Men follow the river to explore more closely the surrounding environment. In the jungle, he's discovered a narrow trail of animals. They set traps there because the ability to catch animals is quite high. He's looking for a small, mature tree nearby to make an exo. Use the picked metal as a rope. Quickly complete a wire trap. Cover leaves on the surface to camouflage. If an animal doesn't know what to do, even if you scream through your throat, no one came to the rescue. When you're done, go to the river, detecting wounds on the soles of the feet that are festering to keep dry and avoid ground contact. I'm planning to make a hammock out of Leo's rope. There are no cutting tools around it. You bite your teeth to connect the ends. Tied to 2 shelter trunks. It's not very comfortable though, but at least keep your feet off the ground. We have to wait for the trap to work. So I went into the forest looking for more food. Caught an unlucky bug who didn't see the calendar before going out. I don't care if he wipes his ass after going to the bathroom. Put it straight into your mouth, should crispy. I was going to go deeper when it suddenly rained. They went back to the fire protection camp. Fortunately, we've expanded the shelter before, so I can be quiet overnight. Early morning the next day, near dawn I dreamed of a trap that caught its prey. It seems you've sensed with this forest. Full of hope to check the trap. The good news is that the trap has been activated. The bad news is there's no hair in it. Since the trap is set, you're going to target the shrimp in the river. The old bait is gone, So you're using your own oligo as bait, put it in a plastic bottle and drop it in the water. Check back in 3 hours. I didn't expect a real harvest. Watching the fish eat the esoteric prey. Your mind tells you that this trick can only be used once. To enjoy these delicious fresh fish, I'm going to cook a pot of fish soup. Tasty, explosive. And then he grilled 12 more lobsters, eat into soft, sweet, succulent. Until the last day of the challenge, I get up early and clean up and go back to normal. I'm going to finish the journey this time.